सडनली देखने से वहाँ भी कोई बैठे हुए हैं। ज्यादा लोग आ गए। हरे कृष्ण। सभी कंफर्टेबल है? थैंक यू। अरे थोड़ी
अच्छा, यहाँ पे ना देखिए चीज हो गया, ऊपर योगा हॉल में है, उधर बहुत हवा चल रही थी। नहीं, इधर है, इधर कंफर्टेबल है, इधर आ जाइए, वहाँ हवा चल रही है, तो योगा हॉल में आती है।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना गिरिवरधारी। 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 यशोदानंदन व्रजरंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजरंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजरंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यमुनतीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजरंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन व्रजरंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 महामंत्र की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते। कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कुं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वर ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे श्रीविष्णु Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I hope all of you are comfortable. I am feeling very comfortable. Yeah, sometimes the weather is killing. So we're discussing from chapter 11. And last week we finished which verse? 8th verse we finished. Yeah. So what is happening here is Lord Shri Krishna is showing his universal form, Virat Roop. We call it Virat Roop, right? He's showing his universal form to Arjuna. And why is he showing? Because Arjuna asked him to show. Otherwise, he would not show. And why did Arjuna ask him to show? Remember what we discussed last week? Why did Arjuna actually ask him to show? To convey the message to the people in general that if anybody declares himself as God, ask him to show his Virat Roop. Right? For the future, everything that Lord Krishna does is not only for that particular time, for eternity. भगवान जो भी करते हैं वो उस टाइम के लिए नहीं करते, हमेशा के लिए करते हैं. ठीक है? तो अर्जुना is actually helping all of us. हम सभी को help कर रहे हैं. क्या? That in future there will be pseudo gods or people who will declare themselves as gods. मैं भगवान हूँ. अच्छा भगवान है, विराट रूप दिखाओ. Immediately वो अपना मुंह बंद करेगा. तो Arjuna is making sure that he tells the whole world who is Krishna. Now another thing we discussed last week is why Virat Roop is not worshipped in any temple. Because it's limited. Virat Roop is limited. A lot of people think Virat Roop is unlimited. No, Virat Roop is limited because Krishna is telling here, I am showing you as much as you can understand. Greatness of God is unlimited. We cannot keep everything unlimited and unlimited. But still Krishna does that for the pleasure of Arjuna. But still it is not unlimited. And because he tells in the previous chapter, after telling I'm great among this, finally says, whatever you saw, Arjuna, is a spark of a splendor. That is one of my small energies running this entire cosmic manifestation. Right? The whole universe is running based on my small energy. ऐसा नहीं कि Krishna is very busy, all planets are rotating. Today I've done my job. No, for Krishna doesn't even touch him. For whatever the way it is happening, all of us in this hall, what we are doing, this whole world is functioning, planet is moving, catastrophes are coming. It doesn't even touch Krishna because he is so great. He is one of the smallest minuscule energy is running this planet. You understand? It doesn't even matter, right? So if in this context, just think about it. If you go and talk to Krishna, how significant are we trying to communicate to Krishna? What are we? Nothing. We are Anu, he is Vibhu, he is unlimited, we are limited. But still, the greatness of God is when we speak with love, immediately He gets attracted. Even though the small limited speaks to the unlimited with prema, with bhakti, he becomes surrendered to the limited. So it's very inconceivable. Isn't it? Very inconceivable. In material world, you don't see it like that. The chief minister is very, very big position. A citizen is a very simple position. Chief minister also is a citizen, but he's got a designation of a chief minister. Right? How much does he value you? He values you only, maybe he doesn't even value you. I mean, really, frankly speaking. Right? Unless you go with 100 people and tell that there are vote bank mein problem aayega. Right? Then only you might value. Otherwise, one person standing, why will he value you? Even if you go with love and tell, I love you for what you do, please hear me. He said, he doesn't care. Love and all doesn't work there. But in case of bhakti, the greatness of bhakti is even the unlimited becomes a servant of the limited. God is great. This is what all religions explain. How great is God, everybody explains. But how great is a devotee, only Sanatana Dharma explains. How great is a devotee? Devotee is greater than God because devotee can control God. Right? That is the greatness of a devotee. Because what does the devotee have which others don't have? Devotee has love. Last week we discussed many examples regarding Shabari and many other examples we discussed. That devotees even put their own image at stake. They put their own reputation at stake for the sake of glorifying God. We talked about Bhishma, we talked about Prahalad, we talked about many others last week, right? Gopis of Vrindavan, for one little headache of Krishna, they said, it's okay, we'll live in eternity in hell, that's okay, but let his headache go away. That is why Krishna becomes a servant of his devotees, right? So his Virata Rupa is not a matter of interest for his devotees. A devotee doesn't want to know how great you are. Krishna, how great you are, he doesn't want to know. Or he might have some reverence for that, but a devotee doesn't really become a devotee looking at the Virat Rupa of Krishna. You understand it? A devotee is out of love. For example, you all might have some designation in your office. Hare Krishna. So you might have some designation in your office, right? You might be a project manager, a program manager, whatever it is. But when you come to his house, your chota, daughter or son in the house, you can't go and tell, hey, I'm director, sit straight. Chota, kya papa, kya baat kar rahe ho? You can't overrule people whom you love with your authority, with your position, right? But a small fellow, see, in office to get your appointment, maybe it takes a lot of time. Maybe people have to, like sometimes some bank people want to meet me because in finance. मैं बहुत भाव दिखाता हूँ. I say, next week I'll meet. Like the next week I'll meet. And I know what the bankers will do. They'll come and tell, sir, do some fixed deposits, do this, do that. I know they are doing their work, but I have to show some bhav. Right? I'll meet you next week, like that, right? So you can do that. But in the house, I might be doing the most important work when my son just bathed and said, please do this. You have not done this. What is this, Papa? You're not taking care of this. Or take me there, or go take me to the stationery shop, I have to buy something. I can't, hey, I'm a director, what are you talking? Can I say that? I can't say that. In the same way, between Krishna and his devotees, there is no position, there is no hierarchy. Yashoda will take a stick and beat him also. And he'll cry also. The Supreme Personality of God is crying. It's very difficult to understand. What can make God cry? Everything comes from him only. Yashoda also comes from him only. But Yashoda, when she beats him, he cries. It's like inconceivable, right? I mean, you have created something and he is beating you. And what is beating? What is beating, by the way? What is she beating with? That also you only created. The stick also you only created. But because of the love that she exchanges with you, you accept to be a subordinate. Love is the greatest power on the planet. Greatest power. Not even a nuclear bomb, not even a Brahmastra. Nothing is more powerful than love. And love means to serve. To serve unconditionally and unmotivatedly. That is pure love. That love is there in the spiritual world. Why we are not in the spiritual world right now is because maybe our love is not unconditional and unmotivated. Somewhere our love is not completely pure. The day it becomes pure, through the process of bhakti, we will go back to Krishna. Of this, there is no doubt. Right? A lot of times people complain, hey, you don't love me, you don't understand me, especially after you get married. Right? The standard dialogue in the house. You don't understand me. I'm sure your parents would have heard. You would have heard from your parents, isn't it? Why is that? Because there is an expectation. Okay, without expectation, relationship doesn't work. But expectation with a self motive, self centered motive, right? I have to be understood. I have to be taken care. Nobody in the world will understand you except Krishna. Keep this in mind. Nobody can understand you also. And how can anybody understand anybody? Right? I'll give an allegoric example of this. One person, he is working in an IT company. Can you name an IT company? Microsoft. Okay? So this fellow is working in Microsoft. You don't like Microsoft, do you? So he's working in Microsoft, right? And it is Friday evening, and it is his first marriage anniversary. His first marriage anniversary, okay? And his wife is at his home. She in the morning she told him, "Aaj jaldi aao. Today come home early because it's the first marriage anniversary. We'll go to some nice Hare Krishna. We'll go to some nice Govinda's restaurant and have paneer butter masala. We'll go to the, you know, we'll go to the wherever. We'll what is it, tank bun, and we will hear a nice Kishore Kumar song, right? And we will have some romance, whatever she's planning, right? And this fellow is also yes, but today I have to go because I have to submit a report. Otherwise, I have to put a leave, but I have to submit a report, so I have to go. So this fellow plans everything. In the morning he sits. As soon as he goes, no gupshup, no chai, no coffee, no colleagues today. Today I'm going to finish my report, and at exactly 4 o'clock I'm going to leave because the traffic will start. Right? My wife is waiting for me at 5 o'clock. I have to reach home by 5 o'clock. Are you all feeling some tension? नहीं है ना शादी करेगा आ जाएगा this fellow is completely like I want to be on time today and every day I go late, so he works very very hard, very very hard. 3:30 he sends the mail, report is ready, delivery receipt came, boss is looking at the bus, usko mila nahi mila. That fellow is like not even looking at his computer. He goes to the cabin, sir, please, I sent a mail, please look at it. I look at it. No, 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 please look at it. Today, please, I don't want you to tell me that there is some problem with it. This fellow opens the report, and then he looks at it like this, then he calls, you come here. So, yes, sir. What kind of report is this? No color sense, no pie diagrams, nothing. This is a junk report. It is. You want to send this to the customer? Do you think he'll be happy? How many times should I tell you, worthless fellow? Go, do it again. I want it to be different. I want it to be something that's nice. What is the time? 3:45. This fellow is doing change the report. What time he has to meet his wife? 5 o'clock. 3:45. Like he has to start at 4 o'clock. Now he's started the report again. Put that into whatever AI tools he's using. Create the graph, create this, create that. Different dimension. Pura bana diya. What is the time? 4:45. Krishna. 4:45. Come on, I'm a marriage anniversary. I have to go home. I have to go home on time. My wife told me specifically. What did she tell? 2, 3 things she told. What is it? Paneer butter masala?
Kishore Kumar.
Huh?
Kishore Kumar.
Kishore Kumar song, where? At the time button. So all these things, ये पूरा plan करके बैठी wife घर पे. Right, and this fellow is in the office 4:45. That sick fellow, is not liking his report. Right? So he makes all that report. And this time he decides, भाड़ में गया मेरा नौकरी. I don't want that fellow's feedback. I'm sending it now. Okay? So he makes that whole report nicely. He sends it. 4:45. And then he vanishes. He just vanishes from the office. and he switches off his mobile. खत्म हो गया, ठीक है? And then he runs to the parking lot, takes his car, now I have to go. But as soon as he goes outside, the traffic of Kondapur starts. ठीक है? He can't move, आगे नहीं, पीछे नहीं, कुछ नहीं. It's going at a snail pace, and he has to reach till Gaudi Dotti. ठीक है? Just imagine. He's going, oh, what is this? What is this? And then suddenly some minister is going, so they stop the entire traffic. So what is Aji Janata minister? My anniversary day, my marriage anniversary day, first marriage anniversary. What should I do? Right? He's boiling inside. Then on the way he sees the Agrawala shop is there. Anyway, it's going very slow. Let me take that motichur laddu for my wife. At least that way she'll pardon me. I've done some mistake, so I'll give that motichur laddu. I became late because of this motichur laddu. I tell that. So he stops the car near on the way, right? And then he goes into the shop. The fellow is like motichur laddu. Pack karo. Aa rahe hain sir. Nahi, jaldi karo. Lagao. And as soon as he goes outside, one towing truck has come and lifted his car. He's not supposed to park it there. Sir, please, sir, I don't understand. Kuch nahi hoga. No, you come to the station. Sir, please, sir, keep it down. What is the time? 5:30. 5:30. Still traffic is there. The towing truck, sir, how much ever you want, I'll give. India में सब चलता है. जल्दी decide करो. No. I am Ajay Devgan from what is that movie? Singham. मेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Sir, please, sir, understand. I'll pay the fine also. Give me the receipt. So he bears a receipt for 2,000 rupees. That this place you should not park. It's a very high traffic place. हो गया. मोतीचूर लड्डू का cost 500 रुपए. पूरा मिला के 2,500. It's totally frustrated. That fellow takes his own time to write the receipt. What is the time? 6:15. Right? And finally, with all that thing, he runs to the house and parks his car, goes to the house, knocks the door. What is the time? 6:45. Right? 6:45. And the wife opens the door. I'm trying to keep that face. Right? And she walks into the bedroom. She just walks into the bedroom. Hey, happy anniversary. I got this. Rakh do baar. How does it matter? Keep it outside. This fellow says, Hare, you don't know. I tried to. See what? Every day you give the same reason. You anyway don't value your marriage. What is the point in celebrating it? I'm not interested. Go do whatever you want. Bang! She closed the door. This fellow is waiting in the hall. You all can feel some. This fellow is waiting in the hall. He's like, what wrong did I do? Right? And then he's like, she never understands me how much I love her. This fellow is thinking. What is she thinking inside? Huh? He never understands me how much I love her. Now tell me, whose fault is it in this whole situation? Boss? The boss who ultimately blame goes to boss. Huh? Who did not like the report? Or who? Or the Agrawala shop fellow? Who took time to, he would have done it fast. Or the tow truck fellow? Or his own fault that he could not manage time. Did he not try to manage time? He tried to manage time, right? Or her fault that her expectation is very wrong. Whose fault is it?
Nobody's fault.
Huh? Nobody's fault. But people fight like cats and dogs. These days, this might even result to divorce also. I'm done with you. I have to be treated well. I don't think I deserve this. I think I deserve more. वो मूवी देख के बहुत आ जाते हैं डायलॉग, है कि नहीं? पूरा भर के डायलॉग्स है, is it? So who can understand you? If the person whom you love so much, you tried your best to do whatever you could, is misunderstanding you. That fellow is thinking, and the girl is thinking, I have done so much for my husband. All I ask is one day we'll go a little early, we'll spend a whole evening together, and this is our first marriage anniversary. You couldn't do this for me, right? So the problem here is, it is not possible. Please hear this clearly. It is not possible for anybody to satisfy anyone because the amount of expectation we carry is unlimited. Why we carry unlimited expectation is because that is our nature. From where we got this nature is from God. Understand? Only Krishna is the only person who can satisfy everybody's heart completely. None of us can completely satisfy anybody. We can't. It doesn't work like that. Problem is, when there is no God in our life, we can't live thirsty, right? I mean, you need that water, you need that love, and you start expecting from where? From your spouse, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your parents, right? Or your friends. You don't get it. It's not possible. हो ही नहीं सकता. What an ocean can supply, a well cannot supply. Well has the same water of the ocean, but well cannot do that. Our Sanatan Dharma has taught us right from the beginning, from our ancestors' days, is that a family is needed for your need of love. For you to feel completely loved, the entire family is needed. One husband or one wife or one child is not enough. And the center of the family is Krishna. And you feel that love when you serve God in that family. And when you serve God is during festival times. There are so many festivals. And we are always preparing for the next festival. If you see in olden days, the family is always busy for the next festival. Sankranti celebration have already started in many houses. But now it is not. But if you go to villages, Sankranti festival celebration already started. Wife is already busy for that day. Invitations are already going out for that day. Right? And in between everything, Krishna is there. Right? Shri Radha Krishna or Lakshmi Narayan or Shiva Parvati. That the deity is there. That Kula Devata, that Grama Devata, that Ishta Devata, right? That Devata explained in the scriptures is there. Then, when you have this situation, you will feel satisfied. Today, the biggest problem is nobody is being, we don't have that environment which itself will satisfy us. The environment itself will satisfy you. You don't have to go and buy it. You don't have to go and ask for it. Right? Today, there is a checkbox in marriage bureau, or that website. Is your mother alive or father alive? People want to make sure that the whole family is dead, that he's the only fellow. Before I marry, I don't want father-in-law, I don't want mother-in-law. I don't want, so many sisters to my husband. I don't want so many sisters or brothers to my wife. I don't want so many. But the problem is you're not understanding that that is how you receive love. And by the way, in between all of them, there has to be God, which is anyway missing. Even though they are there, they are creating more trouble than happiness. Right? That is why whole family system is distorted. You can't understand. You can't understand why our family is breaking. Families are breaking because there is no service and there is no love. You understanding? I gave all this background is to make you understand that how important is God in our life. How important is spirituality in our life. How important it is. It is not a part of life, it is the life. If spirituality is not there, you can't hold your marriage for too long. Can you close this window? I'm getting a cold breeze there. Open again. Acha, the little is coming here. Yeah. So I'm telling all this. Why did I get into this whole topic? Is to make you understand that God becomes a servant of his servant because the servant loves him. Love is such a great power. How many of you know Charlie Chaplin? Right? Famous character. Right? So once Prabhupada was going in this flight, he was traveling from one country to another country, and his disciples, Prabhupada's disciples, there is a great sannyasi, Indradunya Maharaj. He is a Polish person. No, he's not Polish. He's, I think, from Germany. Anyway, he's from Europe, I know that. So they were all going in this flight, and suddenly the movie started in the flight. I'm talking about 1970s. Now, generally, movies Maya. We don't see movies, like that. Prabhupada also told, don't see movies and all that. So as soon as the movie started, all his disciples closed his eyes and they started chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Ram. And suddenly they heard Prabhupada laughing. Ha ha! Prabhupada is laughing. Why is Swamiji laughing? So they opened their eyes. And Prabhupada is watching Charlie Chaplin. Hey, look at that, look at that. Prabhupada is so happily watching. And suddenly the disciples are saying, Swamiji, you're watching TV? You're watching movie? And then one of the disciples went and asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, how come you're watching? We should not be seeing that. You only told, right? No, look at him, how funny he is. Look at him, how funny he is. That he's making self. He's falling by himself. He's getting. Just imagine if Krishna's creation is so funny, how funny will be Krishna? Like that, Robert. He's seeing in relation to Krishna. He's saying that if Charlie Chaplin can make us laugh, how much can Krishna can make us laugh? Huh? Krishna does all notorious things in Golok Vrindavan. He'll hold the tail of a calf, zoom will fall. And then he'll go, surfing throughout, and he'll be doing all kinds of notorious things. All the gopis will bring their pots and this fellow will break each pot, and then he'll tell you have to pay me tax before you go. He'll put gopis' clothes and he'll come. He'll do all kinds of notorious things. So just imagine how funny is Krishna when somebody in his creation is so funny. That's how Prabhupada looked at it. And many years later, in Australia, one of the devotee was distributing books, right? And he was not able to distribute any Bhagavad Gita that day. He was going street to street, house to house, and finally went to this house. And there he decided that I'm not going to ask for money, I'll just give Bhagavad Gita and run away. If they'll take or not, I just want at least one Bhagavad Gita to go out today. So he went, he knocked the door, and they opened the door, and some old lady opened the door. He kept the Bhagavad Gita there and he ran. Hey, what is this? I'll come back later. Like that, he came and ran. And then after many months, he forgot also about that. Many months he was going on the same street, and he felt, I should go and find out what happened to my Bhagavad Gita. So he went to that house, and he went and asked that lady, so how is, did anybody read the book that I gave? And she made it told, why, please come inside, please come inside, I need to tell you something. And he went inside. It's a very rich community, like very, very, one house in a big area and all that. So went inside, he sat inside, and then he asked, so what happened to that? He said, my husband was in the last days of his life. And this book was, you gave me the book, I went and just gave it to him. And every day for the last days of his life, he was reading 2 pages, how much ever he could read. And he started telling me also what he read. And he was appreciating that what a book I have received before I leave my body. And he was suffering from a terminal disease. And before he left his body, he had a big smile on his face because he finished quite a bit of this book. And his name is Charlie Chaplin. He read Bhagavad Gita. And see the mercy of a pure devotee. That Srila Prabhupada looked at his movie and he laughed. And Krishna could see that my devotee is pleased by somebody. Right? And what did Krishna do? He reciprocated by sending one of his devotees to that house, give a Bhagavad Gita and run. And he made sure that Bhagavad Gita is read by a great person. You understand? That is the power of a pure devotee. That power Krishna gives to a pure devotee. He can change world. A pure devotee of God can change the world. That is our power. And that power is given by Krishna because Krishna loves his devotees. Right? That is why of all the offenses, you go and kill anybody, you go and kill animal, you go and do some harm to anybody, or you harm yourself. All these are sins. As per Manusmriti, all these are sins. But the greatest sin is when you offend a devotee. It's called Vaishnava Prad. A devotee, if you offend, then Krishna is not going to keep quiet. He's going to give you a 10-bedroom villa in Telapur. He's going to give you a nice car with 7 seats and driver and all this. Why is he doing all this? He wants you to stay in this world. That is the greatest punishment. Remember that. If Krishna disowns you, which he'll never, but if he disowns you, he'll make your life comfortable in the material world. Khatam. Khatam. For a materialistic person, that's a great boon. But for a spiritual person, that's the greatest death. Right? You forget God. If you forget God, what is there to be happy in this life? There's nothing to be happy in this life. You are becoming old, you keep changing bodies, you keep going body to body, life after life, you're doing the same thing again and again, but there is no Krishna. You don't know where you are, you're stuck. Right? So that's the greatest sin. So Krishna's way of punishing is different. Of course, he also punishes by other things, but he basically makes you forget him. He makes you forget him. And when he makes you forget him, that is the greatest loss in life. Getting into satsang is mercy, right? And not taking advantage of satsang and going out of satsang is misfortune. Remember that. Getting into satsang is what? Mercy. Mercy means what? What is the definition of mercy? Can anyone tell what is the meaning of mercy? We use the word mercy.
Getting something you don't deserve.
Exactly. You don't deserve it, but you are getting it. That's called mercy. I got this job is your qualification, not mercy. Right? But you getting a job even without attending an interview, even without having a proper track record, even without having good qualification, you got that job. That's somebody's mercy. Somebody's mercy. Somebody has done a favor on you. And favor also is not a right word which comes close to mercy, because in favor you expect a favor back. In case of mercy, it is pure giving to you without any expectation. What A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada did was pure mercy. He was very happy in Vrindavan. He is going back to Godhead. He is a pure devotee. He left his comfort to give the greatest knowledge to all of us. He went to the vested age of 70 with all bodily problems, with 3 heart attacks, so many challenges he went through. Last 10 years of his life, there was no rest. He left his body, at the age of 80. For whom? For people who doesn't even know. Right? That's called mercy. And today when we are receiving this knowledge, it's called mercy. Mercy. Meaning, and somebody who rejects this knowledge that is given without any motivation, just as pure exchange of love to Krishna, if somebody rejects this knowledge, is the most unfortunate. Coming to satsang is fortune. Coming regularly is mega fortune. Leaving satsang is unfortunate. Right? And living forever is most unfortunate in this life. Of course, Krishna will not leave us. Next life again he'll catch us, because that is what is the material world made for. But that is how much Krishna loves us, every single one of us. Right? But among all of us, he loves the devotees, because devotees are his lifeline, Krishna's lifeline. And for a devotee, he can do anything. Arjuna is his devotee. Arjuna is saying, "Dikhao Virat Roop." He can tell, "Mera mood nahi hai." He can tell, "Mujhe kyun dikhana hai? I don't want to show." No. My devotee told, I'm going to do it now. Any question in Bhagavad Gita where Arjuna is asking, Krishna says, "Your question is wrong. How many times you'll ask? Huh? Or don't you know even this much? What kind of person are you?" Anywhere he's telling? Nowhere is telling that. He's like, "Arjuna, you ask. I'm there here." And by the way, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, he tells that if you think you have not understood, I can repeat it. Huh? And furthermore, he says, "Okay, if you think you have understood, you decide what you want to do with it. I'm not forcing you." Who will do that unless they really love you? Love means unlimited. In the same Charlie Chaplin, there's a beautiful quote of Charlie Chaplin. I love that quote. He says, "When you have love, why do you need power?" Right? A beautiful statement of a great person. When you have love, why do you need power? People want power to control people. Agree? People want power to control people. But if you can love somebody, why do you need power? If you can love and serve somebody, you don't need power. You understand it? It's a beautiful statement by Charity, which actually tells what is bhakti. Bhakti means gratitude. Gratitude. And gratitude is a big word. Gratitude is not part of bhakti. Gratitude is not part of bhakti. Gratitude is bhakti. There is nothing difference between gratitude and bhakti. And what is the meaning of gratitude? Being grateful. Thank you. Recognizing what others have done for you. Right? Today people don't have time for that. They are so self-centered. They think the whole world is created to serve me, but they don't reciprocate with it. They don't really feel that, hey, I don't deserve this, but still I'm getting it. Right? There is no gratitude. If somebody opens a gate for you, also be grateful for that. Right? Don't think I is a security bureau. Anyway, his job is to open the gate. No, be grateful for everything. And when Krishna sees that gratitude in your heart, then he will fill it with his love. Then bhakti will start. So the beginning of bhakti is being grateful. And when you are grateful, bhakti will start. If you're not grateful, if you don't have a grateful heart, bhakti cannot start. Respect also starts with being grateful only. Your teachers, what they taught you in your school, be grateful. Even if it is first class, second class, third grade teacher also, be grateful. Right? We should teach our children that be grateful to your teacher. Be grateful to your anybody who comes. Right? That quality of gratefulness has to be imbibed through your practice and by teaching. And then the beauty of that gratefulness is it even pulls God down to the planet. You can bring God, you can bring Krishna right in front of you if you are a grateful person. But if you are an ungrateful person, Lord Ram is getting recoronated, or rather is establishing Ram Rajya on 22nd of Jan. And Ram says in Ramayana, there is a statement, he says, I can give shelter to anybody who comes to me. Ram says this, I can give shelter to anybody who comes to me. Even if he is my enemy, I will give shelter to him. But I will not give shelter to a person who is not grateful. So it is so important. Being grateful, having gratitude is such an important thing that today's society is forgetting it. We are taking things for granted. So Krishna is grateful that Arjuna is doing the war for him. He's grateful. He's not telling, you are my servant, now do the war. No. And how do you know that Krishna is grateful? He is answering his questions. He's standing Madhya, in between both the armies is standing and he's answering his questions. And at a point when he says, okay, all your answers are done, Krishna, I have understood, show your Virat Roop, immediately say, yes, I'll show it now. I'll show it now. You want to see my Virat Roop? Whichever the way, he says, the way you want to see it. And Krishna goes one more step ahead. He says, the way you want to see it now or the way you want to see it in future. I'm going to show everything. Right? So what is the most powerful thing in the world? Love. Right? We should know how to love God. And I'll end with this. There is a great scholar, his name is Bilomangal Das Thakur. Bilomangal Das Thakur. It's a big story of Lilananda I'll not tell now. Bhagavad Gita class we go. He gave a definition of love, which I repeat in many classes, which some people don't like. Because today's world doesn't know what is love. Love means when you have every reason to leave somebody. When you have every reason to leave somebody and you have a perfect alternative to go to. Right? When you have every reason to leave somebody and you have perfect alternative to go to, and still you decide to be with that person and serve that person, that is love. कितने लोग एक्सेप्ट करेंगे डेफिनेशन को? When you have every reason to leave that person, इसका face ही नहीं देखना, इसका शक्ल ही नहीं देखना मेरे को. This fellow never understands me. And by the way, another hero is standing right there to take you better life. And still you decide, no, I'm going to serve this person. Not out of some Mundipattu, what is it? Not out of something you want to prove, out of genuine affection you want to serve that person. And that is love. That is love. And when that love is seen, even God is attracted. God is attracted. There used to be this lady called, who, there's many stories, right? But who used to love, who used to show love, wants to love somebody, but she never got anybody to love. But every time she had somebody in her life, she gave her best to love that person. And she was a prostitute, right? And her resolution was, I will love anybody who comes that night. I love like my husband. That is my vow I'm taking. Now, prostitution is such a negative thing, right? But the genuinity of her love inside to love somebody was also pure. Just that she never got married. She never had that person in her life. So she always, anybody who comes that night, she would treat him like a husband. Lord Vishnu saw this quality in this woman. See, God is an unlimited God. Is seeing this quality in one corner, one person who's doing a filthy work of prostitution, and he's seeing that then in her heart there is a great feeling to love somebody. And she has taken a vow that anybody who comes to me for that one night, I will treat him like my husband. And I'll give him everything that he wants. Not for money. Money might come, but that is my genuine desire to serve. And Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, what he did? He comes like a person with leprosy, filled with all body completely, filled with pus and mucus and body filled with leprosy. And he comes to that lady at the right time and says, I want to enjoy you this night. And just imagine, this woman has taken a vow. Anybody who comes to me, I'll treat him like my husband. She says, okay, please come. The leprosy, nobody would want to go near a leper. And she goes and she is ready to associate with him. And as soon as she holds his hand, one finger comes out. Because it's a body completely gone. It's like hanging body. That kind of situation. And she remembers that, I will love him like my husband, whoever it is. And just before they get into any act, he dies. And the purest love in those days was shown that a husband's responsibility is to take the wife in the right spiritual path. And it is a choice of the wife to go along with the husband, life after life. It's the choice of the woman, right? So sati was an act that was done at those days. A wife would choose, not that she would push. A wife would choose. Okay, I want to do sati. I want to go with my husband. My husband's soul is going. He needs assistance. I want to go. So that lady, she decided, because my husband has died, now I have to go with him. Can you imagine? He came in a leprosy condition, and he, and he dies there. And this lady, because she told that she's going to treat him like an husband. Now I'm going to go into sati also. So when the whole village people come and just put the fire pile and all that, she's ready to put herself in the fire. And at that time, Lord Vishnu appears and says, your love to please somebody is unbelievable. I've never seen or anywhere I've imagined this kind of love. Right? And I heard this from a guru many years ago. I mean, details might be here and there wrong, but that particular lady, Krishna gives, Vishnu gives a vardhan that you will be, people will remember you for eternity. People will remember you for eternity for this kind of love that you have shown to me, and they'll worship me in your name known as Shaligram, something like that. Shaligram Shilas are found in Gandaki river when they come. And the story has got something to do with this lady that you will find me there and you can. So see the level of devotion that is being explained by God, and only seeing one quality. What is that quality? Love. And that love is so powerful that it can attract anything, right? And selfless love. Which is getting scarce day after day, because we feel that we'll be exploited. Trust me, if you love somebody genuinely with with no apprehension, you'll never be exploited. You cannot be exploited, because the opposite person is also a human being, and in his heart also there is Krishna. How can he exploit? He cannot. When problem is, we feel that we'll be exploited. That is the reason so many relationships are going through so many trauma today. If I'm too accessible, I'll be exploited. No, you can only exploit yourself. Nobody will exploit you. But it has been trained that way, and there are many stories like this. Many great stories like this. The story of Radharani and Krishna, and we can go on like that. But why am I telling this? Is because you should understand that what is it got to do with this chapter of Bhagavad Gita? Is that Krishna is showing his Virat Roop. He's exposing himself. Is what I am, right? Now, when you are exposing yourself, you might feel the opposite person may like it or not. I'm already exposed. Now this fellow is not even appreciating it. That means मेरा क्या मेरा value नहीं है. So showing yourself out to somebody is a great act of humbleness, and you should be also ready to hear the opposite side's comment after you do that big act. Right? He doesn't have any appreciation also. So imagine God showing his roop to somebody with full faith that he'll appreciate it. And actually, Krishna doesn't even care whether he appreciates it or not, because he doesn't have ego. Krishna doesn't have any ego, but he's doing it for his devotee. That itself is worshipable. Huh? Krishna showing Virat roop to his devotee is worshipable act. Everything that Krishna does, you see in the right angle, it is a worshipable act. Krishna driving the chariot of Arjuna is a great worshipable act. Right? Would you want to be a driver for somebody? I'm a driver for you. Can you do that? Say, so you meet to, what is it? You meet for marriage. Boy and a girl both are meeting for marriage, and in that the girl asks, okay, what do you want? Right? And this fellow says, I just want you to be my driver for the rest of your life. Will you marry that fellow? We can't even imagine. Hey, क्या मेरे को driver सोचा क्या? Huh? Maybe husband drives the wife, but if she says that I want you to be my driver for the rest of my life, would you like it? Right? Arjuna is asking Krishna, can you be my Sarathi? And Krishna says, yes, I am your Sarathi. And Sarathi doesn't mean, what does Sarathi do? What all a driver does? Tell me, who has a driver here? I ever employed a driver? Huh? What does a driver do? क्या करता है सुबह सुबह? गाड़ी साफ करते हैं? गाड़ी साफ करते हैं? करता है नहीं करता है? Yes. Krishna would get up before Arjuna and clean the chariot, feed the horses, right? Make everything pakka, and then he would come and park in front of Arjuna's tent. Sir, time. I'm on time. Can you imagine God doing it? God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality, who doesn't have any duty to do in this world, is coming and standing like a driver holding the chariot in front of Arjuna. And Arjuna comes out of the chariot and he has to, He has to maneuver the chariot in such a way that the step comes down and Arjuna can get in. That also Krishna is taking care. And then Krishna comes and sits in the front and asks, should we go? And and Arjuna says, go. Huh? And who are we dealing with here? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is nothing beyond him. Right? That person is becoming a charioteer of his devotee. And then when he has to go right side or left side, especially when war is going on, just imagine Bhishma shooting the arrows. Bhishma's arrow doesn't miss. Bhishma can shoot into that plug point's smallest hole. And it will go into that hole. That is Bhishma. That is Drona. That is Karna. That is Ashwatthama. They can shoot from here to 5 kilometers far into the plug point's hole. Can you believe it? Yeah, Prabhuji, kya baat kar rahe? No, they were that kind of warriors. They would never miss the target. And just imagine, 4 of such people are attacking Arjuna, who don't miss the target. And Arjuna has to smash their arrows back before they come this side. And he has to also save Krishna, because they will also shoot at Krishna. Because the easiest way to defeat a warrior is by first killing his Sarathi. Krishna is being bled. Krishna gets 10 arrows every day. And that has to be removed. He has to, being a driver is not that easy like today. Huh? And when in that situation where arrows are going here and there and Arjuna wants to go left, what is that? Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Can you go left? How does he tell how to go left? Anybody? He's to kick. He's to kick Krishna on the left side. That is the indication to go left. If he has to go right, he has to kick on the right so that he goes on the right. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Aham sarvasva prabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has nothing to do with creation, he expands into Narayans, Narayans expand into Vishnus, and Vishnus expand into Brahmas, and Brahmas expand into Prajapatis, and Prajapatis expand into Manus, and Manus are expanding into Devatas, and Devatas are finally serving and creating this creation. He's sitting there and taking, okay, should I go left or should I go right? No salary. No salary. And no holiday. 18 days, no holiday. Fully injured. Not like he had a comfortable drive. Okay, today I'm feeling nice, I'll go and sleep. No, he has to go home, he has to put so many things, right, on him. And who is shooting him? Bhishma. Bhishma is who? Devotee. Bhishma is like, okay, you want to enjoy the chivalrous rasa. It's called, there are many rasas, right? Rasa means a way to enjoy, a mellow of enjoyment. So sometimes kings have the rasa of fighting also. They want to fight with somebody. That is also enjoyment for them. You understand? Kshatriya wants to fight with somebody. That is also enjoyment for them. So Krishna, like he enjoys dancing with the gopis, he also wants to fight with somebody. Right? Virya rasa. It's called Virya rasa. So that rasa is fulfilled by Bhishma as a devotee. Okay, you want to fight, right? Chal, ye le arrow. Chak, he gets that arrow. He removes that arrow and like, yes, I'm feeling that Kshatriya fighting with me. Right? So that side one devotee is there, this side one devotee is there. When behind him is Arjuna, in front is Bhishma, and in between is Krishna. He is enjoying both sides. That's why Krishna is told Ras Raj. There is nobody who can enjoy like Krishna. He enjoys the whole world. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwara. He is the Bhokta of the entire world. He'll take it and he'll enjoy. Right? And that is the greatness of Krishna. And that Krishna is going to enjoy in an enjoying mood, right? For the pleasure of his devotee, he is going to show his Virat Rupa. Are you ready? Yes. Text 8. We'll read 8 once more. Natumam sakshase drastum anenaiva swachakshusa divyam dadami te chakshu pasya me yogam aishwaram. But you, translation purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. So he is going to give a special drishti. Now don't think it's like a materialistic special drishti. And Krishna will never give this drishti to anybody and anybody. Two things we have to learn from this verse. Number one, Krishna is giving it to Arjuna because Arjuna is not envious of him. Arjuna is a devotee. Only devotee is given the drishti to see God. Number one. Second lesson we have to learn is without God allowing him to be seen, we cannot see God. So stop that business of going and searching for God, which is what many people get into. Right? I am trying to find out who is God. You will never find out who is God unless He allows Him to be found out. You understand? How to understand God? When you hear from Guru Sampradaya. Guru Shishya Sampradaya will give you God. You cannot go and say, I will find out myself. How many of you have found out your education yourself? Huh? Engineering, you have done it yourself without going to college? Or commerce, you have done it yourself without going to college? How many of you? कितने लोग यहाँ पे हैं जिन्होंने अपना पूरा शिक्षा फाइंड आउट करके किया? हाँ, बच्चा पैदा होते ही 5 साल में ठीक है, go outside, find out yourself what is education, right? Go into the jungle and find out biology, zoology. ऐसा हुआ है क्या? No, right? We all have taken formal education, and formal education is given by a teacher, and you have accepted whatever the teacher told. Of course, you also had experiments to do, isn't it? Same way, even spiritual knowledge and God cannot be found out by yourself. You have to go to Acharya. You have to go in the Guru Shishya Sampradaya syllabus, and with their mercy, they will give you access to God, and you will understand. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. Tattva means complete knowledge. Darshina means to get that knowledge. Who will give that knowledge? Tattva darshi will give. The one who has complete knowledge. And he comes in parampara. He comes in a sampradaya, where he learns it from his guru, and he presents that knowledge. And how do you get that knowledge? By going to such a surrendered soul, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You can ask questions. And by doing service. You should do service also. You can't sit there and say, we are only come for questions. No. Service means what? To do things that will please that guru. When you do things that will please that guru, you will get it. So much process is there to get spiritual education, and through the spiritual eyes, the chakshu will be given by Guru. Guru will give you the chakshu to see God. Today it is so unfortunate, people sit in their bedroom and they say, I think I am seeing God. वो shadow देखो, वो नाक है ना, वो मैं देख ली, pearl देख ली. So cheap, right? So cheap. నేను చూసిన అంత అక్కడే కన అంతటా ఆయననే కనబడుతున్నాడు. Have you heard this anywhere? This nonsense cheap bhakti. You seen it? We are not qualified to see God. None of us are. And if you are seeing somebody thinking is God, that is your problem. That is your problem, not God's problem. Again, God will reveal himself when he wants to reveal himself. And he will only reveal when he sees love. And Arjuna is being given the vision so that he can see on behalf of us, all of us. Text 9. Sanjay Uvacha Evam Yuktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari Darshayam Asha Parthaya Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. Sanjay said, O king, Having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Very cool. So he showed the form. Text 10 and 11. Anekavakra nayanam, anekadbhuta darshanam, anekadivya bharanam, divyanukodhyatyudam, divyamalyambara dharmam dharam, divyamalyambara dharam, दिव्यगन्धानुलेपनं सर्वाश्चर्यमयं देवं अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम्. Translation: Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine, unpraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, and all expanding. कोई है यहाँ पे दिखा सकते हैं? Anybody here who can do what Krishna has done here? How many mouths we have? उसको ही चुप करना पड़ता है बहुत बार. लेकिन जब घर में झगड़ा होता है क्या करना है? मुंह बंद करो, खत्म. एक मुंह है उसको भी बात करने देते हैं. How many ears you have? 2 unlimited ears. That's why Krishna can hear everything. Everything. Krishna knows every. कौन नाटक कर रहा है सब जानते हैं कृष्ण. Unlimited eyes. He can see everything. He can smell everything. Unlimited noses, right? Unlimited arms. Everything unlimited. Now tell me, how can you see the unlimited in a limited form? It is not possible. That's why Virat Roop cannot be drawn. Virat Roop cannot be, it can only be, not even be imagined actually. Right? It can only be heard and said, thank you very much. That's all you can tell. Right? When you can't understand anything, kya bologe? Thank you very much. Right? Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapad Uthita Yadi Bha Sadrashi Sasyat Bhashastasya Mahatmana. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. The funny part is, all this is being seen by Arjuna, and because of Arjuna, Sanjay is able to see it. And Sanjay is telling it to a blind fellow who doesn't understand anything. Right? He's saying, oh, see the thousands and radiance of sun, and Dhritarashtra is like, oh, kya bole? What did he say? So unfortunate. So unfortunate, right? Vyasadeva told Dhritarashtra, I can give you vision. He told, no, I don't want the vision. Why? Because he doesn't want to take responsibility. Vyasadeva told that the war that is going to happen, जो ये युद्ध होने वाला है, you are the Karan for that. You have to see every blood that is falling on the floor. You have to see. You have to see all your sons die. You have to see everybody dying on the battlefield. I will give you that vision. What did Dhritarashtra say? No, मैं अंधा कानून ही अच्छा है मेरा. I don't want to see.
Virat group was seen only by Arjun and Sanjay, only two people.
And Hanuman, they say.
Hmm?
They say even Hanuman, he was on the Pataka. So
Yeah, actually Hanuman and even what is that person's name? Bhima's grandson. Ghatotkacha's son. Come on.
I think total 5.
Is a temple also near Kurukshetra. From there, Ghatotkacha's son is also seen. They say that. I forgot his name. A very famous character who comes in Mahabharata, but very less known. There is this temple also. Anyway, so there are different interpretations of this. Actually, Krishna also says you are the only one seeing it. Not only the universal form, even the whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says nobody except you and me are discussing this, which is also true at that time, right? But it is also explained that Sanjaya got a recording of it because the first verse itself says Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuchaya Mamaka Pandavachaya Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. What did they do? They say that he asked that question, what did they do? Because on that day Bhishma was brought down. And then Dhritarashtra told, Bhaya, tell me what did they do? And then Sanjaya started the recording of Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita that we have is a repeat of a recording, not live. You understand? And that is the reason Margasira Mass starts on a certain day. Bhagavad Gita was spoken on the first day of the war. Why are we celebrating Gita Jayanti on the 11th day of Margasira Mass? 11th day. Margasira Mass चालू होने के 11वें दिन पे हम लोग भगवद गीता का उच्चारण करते हैं, मतलब गीता जयंती celebrated. But Gita was spoken on the first day of Margasira Mass. War started on Margasira Mass. Why? Because Gita was revealed to the whole world. Gita Jayanti happened when Sanjaya read it. But the day Gita was spoken, there was only one person who heard it, that is Arjuna. Nobody else. There is a secret in that word. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. When he says, what did they do? It's meaningless actually. He's telling my sons and Pandu's sons, both are assembled in battlefield. What did they do? It's like you and me are sitting in restaurant. What did we do? It's like you and your husband are in a theater. What did you do? Meaning है question. Theater में क्या करते हैं? हाँ? किस बाजू में? Restaurant में क्या करते हैं? खाना खाते हैं, है कि नहीं? Battlefield में क्या करते हैं? लड़ते हैं. What kind of question is that? किम अकुरुता संजय? धर्मक्षेत्रे, कुरुक्षेत्रे, हाँ? And then finally said, what did they do? Kim Akurvata Sanjaya? That question was asked because that question was being asked on the 11th day of war when Bhishma was brought down. And Bhishma was not supposed to be brought down, and nobody on the planet can bring him down, and he was the guaranteed success for Kauravas. For Kauravas, one confidence, nobody can win us until Bhishma is there. When Bhishma was brought down on the 11th day of the war, then Dhritarashtra, his entire chair started shaking. Then he called Sanjaya. He said, Bhaiya, you got that power from Vyasadeva. What did they do? Tell me. And then he revealed the entire Gita. That this is what happened on the battlefield on the first day. And then the whole recording continues. Right? So this is the explanation given by Acharyas. So a lot of secrets in Bhagavad Gita are there, which will only be known when you hear from Acharyas. Otherwise, nobody will know this. Right? So, did Hanumanji was Kapidwaja. Kapidwaja is called. Kapi means monkey, right? Monkey-like. Dwaja on the flag. So Hanumanji was on the flag, so he must have heard Bhagavad Gita also. I don't want to speculate on this. It can be true. Why not? He's a devotee. He was there very much with Arjuna and Krishna. But there is also understanding that nobody else except Arjuna heard it. Okay. Can somebody go to Google Baba and ask who is the grandson of Ghatotkacha? Barbaric.
Barbaric son was Khatusha.
Huh? Khatusha. Barbaric is worshipped in many places. And his head only will be there on the arrow. That he could watch the entire Kurukshetra. It's the whole story of barbaric. I'll not get into that now. You can browse it and learn. Yeah. So hundreds and thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, where radiance might resemble the effulgence of Supreme Personality of the universal form. Can you imagine? One sun. How many have tried to see into the sun anytime in life? Try to get one. Little bit here and there. In the morning times, you should see. They say that when the sun is just come out of the ground, to your vision, and you can actually see, it is told in Ayurveda that if you see that sun for a few seconds without putting your blinking, it will help your retina. It helps your retina to recover from any damage. So they say, see the sun early in the morning. First of all, you should get up in the morning. Then you can see it. Not in the evening. While it is setting, no. While it is rising in your balcony, sit down, see the sun. Only to a certain point when you can literally see the globe, sun globe like that, right? They say that. I heard this from a very famous Ayurvedic person. He says that you should see that. So we cannot see one ball of sun. What to speak of millions, right? Thousands, and that is how powerful effulgence the God had, Krishna had. Tatraikastham Jagat Krishnam Pravibhaktam Anekada Apasya Deva Devasya Sharire Pandavastada. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many thousands. So, funny thing is that both of them are sitting on the chariot. Prabhupada explains that both of them are sitting on the chariot and they are seeing unlimited in front of them. Because chariot is also there in that unlimited. Isn't it? You are there in that unlimited and you are seeing that unlimited. How is it possible? So we can't imagine what was happening there. Tata sa vimaya vishto. Tata sa vishmaya visto. Hrista Roma Dhananjaya. Pranamya Shirasha Devam Kritanjalir Abhashata. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on the end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. So he got the effect of the Virata Roop and he immediately folded his hands, fell on his knees and started praying. So the next few verses are prayers of Arjuna. देखने के बाद what prayers come into the heart of Arjuna. Arjuna uvacha pashyami devam tada. Wait a second, the meter is different for this. Arjuna uvacha pashyami devam tadadeva dehe. Pasyami devam stavadeva dehe. Sarvam tada bhuta vishesha sangam. Brahmanamisham kamalashnastham. Kamalasnastham. Rishimscha sarvan ugranscha divyam. Rishimscha sarvan uragamscha divyam. Arjuna said, My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. Right? So he's seeing Lord Shiva, he's seeing all the serpents, he's seeing Brahma, he's seeing Brahma coming out of the navel of Vishnu. Right? It's called Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Prabhupada explained Garbhodakshay Vishnu. There are three Vishnus, Mahavishnu, or is also called as Karnadakshay Vishnu. So the first expansion of Narayana when he comes to the material world. And from there, from his pores of his skin, universes come out, Brahmandas come out. In each one of the Brahmanda, there is Garbhodakshay Vishnu. From him, Brahma comes out. And from there, he becomes Paramatma as Kshirodakshay Vishnu. He comes into every single living entity's heart. There is Vishnu right now inside your heart, right now. Here, he's there. His name is Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Three expansions of Vishnu. Vakratra netram Paschami tvam sarvato anantarupam Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim Paschami Vishveshvara Vishvarupa. O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes, expanded everywhere, without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. My God. Just imagine God's mouths are everywhere, tongues are everywhere, bellies are everywhere. What kind of a vision are we seeing? Scary, isn't it? Just scary vision. Kritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rasim Sarvato Diptimantam Paschyamitvam Durnikshatam. Wait a second. Durniksham. Pasyamitvam Durniksham Samata. Samanta. Dipta Nanarka Dutim Aprameyam. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides like blazing fire, or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet, I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. Like a blazing fire, immeasurable radiance of the sun. Tvam aksharam paramam viditvam Tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam Tam avyaya sashvata dharma gupta Sanatanastvam purusho mato me. You are the supreme primeval objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible. And you are the oldest. You are the maintainer. of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. So, Krishna is allowing Arjuna to explain how he felt, what he saw. Why it is important that Arjuna tells what he saw? How will we know? He has seen it, so he better speaks and tells in a language that we can understand. Right? And he's saying the Sanatan Dharma, Sanatanam, eternal religion, is nothing but Krishna. Simple. If you worship God, that is following Sanatan Dharma. There is no meaning to Sanatan Dharma if you fight on the streets without knowing who is God. Bhagavad Gita is very clear. Right? Sanatanam, eternal religion, is to love God. Okay? Text 19. Anadimadyantam anantaviryam anantabahum sashisurya netram pashyami tvam dipya hutasavakrutam swatejasya vishvam idam tapantam. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and the moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. So every time you look at sun in the morning, just remember Krishna. This is why we name sun as Surya Narayan. How many have gone to Surya Narayan temple? It's on the way to from Vizag, on the way to I think Srikakulam. There is Surya Narayan temple. You go there. If you cross that and go a little further, you go to Kurma Kshetra also. Sri Kurma, right? Then you see all tortoises around the temple, a big tortoise being worshipped. You should go to, how many have gone to these places? What I'm speaking? इतने ही लोग, बाकी लोग कुछ करो, जाओ, बहुत देखना है. नहीं हमें मुझे मत घुसेड़ो. मैं तो हम लोग जाएंगे, लेकिन टारगेट बनाओ. इतना कुछ है देखने के लिए. There's so many places to see in this Bharat Varsha. Every state, every city, every town and village has something special, something extraordinarily special. I like that temple, that Kurma, Sri Kurma, beautiful temple, right, where the Bhagavan is being worshipped in the Kurma form. And we are fortunate that there is one Kurma temple in Hyderabad also. हाँ, प्रभु ये तो जाके आएंगे जल्दी. ये जाएंगे लेकिन वहाँ भी जाना है. ये किधर है? It is the temple in Madhapur crossroads made by Chinnajit Swami and Rameshwar Rao. You go and see the temple. Matsya and Kurma Avatar are worshipped there. IAFT. You don't know, right? Yeah, you can go there. Good darshan of Kurma there. Right? But also go to the Sri Kurma. On the way, you'll also get Darsavalli. Arisavalli. Akadena Surya. Yeah. So in our satsang, we made a resolution, among all the satsangs that we do, that once in 3 months we all will go for an outing. We all mandatory outing. It will be day outing, not like we go to Sri Guru, right? But mandatory day outing. One Sunday in 3 months, we will not have satsang here. We will have somewhere else. And you all have to come. Okay? We all will go like picnic. And how many satsangs are going to come? Satsang from here, satsang from Mayam Avatar, satsang from Mayam Ankura, satsang from Mayam Vihanga, satsang from Aparna, satsang from BHEL, satsang from Bajpali, satsang from many other places. NCC Urban, satsang from Mayam Jewel. All the satsangs like this in the morning, we all will assemble at a single place. Is it exciting? Yeah? And we'll go to some place where prasad will be taken care. You don't have to worry about breakfast. You don't have to worry about lunch. You just have to worry about getting up early in the morning and travel. And the place can be anywhere within 2 hours of the city. Within 2 hours, maximum. Right? We'll go to Narshing Dev temple and we'll have a venue there. We will take darshan, we'll have kirtan there, we'll have nice katha, right? Of that place also and the remaining normal katha also. It will be like a festive day that day. And children also will get to meet others, right? And two of the teams and two satsangs will do a drama. That is also there. So we all also have to practice a drama and tell the topic. And I'm sure there are many directors here. We'll go down there. What is the time? 10:15. बहुत जल्दी हो गया इस टाइम. भूख लग रहा है. एकादशी है. Today is Ekadashi on Lord. Today you should not eat grain or dal or anything. You should have non-grain things like bagar, sabudana, fruits, milk, curd, milk, all this, right? Because Papa Purusha sits in the grain today. That is the whole story of Ekadashi. I'll send a video which you can learn about Ekadashi.
What is in the grain?
Papa Purush. So आज ग्रेन खाएंगे तो पाप मिलेगा. नहीं खाना आज ग्रेन. बहुत कुछ और खा सकते हैं. Like today you'll have nice breakfast. You can have that. And why? So scientifically also, I'll just tell you 1 minute. On the day of Ekadashi, you see that there will be a lot of turbulences in the ocean. If you go to ocean today, if you're in Visakhapatnam, the tides will be like zoom, they'll be up and down. Because the moon comes closer to the earth on this day. Moon comes closer. And then what happens, because of these tides, there will be a lot of unrest in the ocean. Wherever there is water, there will be tides. Is there water inside your body? How much percentage? 70%. If you have too much water in your body today, then there will be similar tides in your health. Your organs will be affected. Right? So this is like a servicing day. गाड़ी का सर्विस देते हैं ना. Every 15 days we can do service. So the best thing to do today is fasting.
पानी भी कम पीना चाहिए.
Huh?
पानी भी कम पीना चाहिए. You should drink less water.
Less water also. And best thing you can do is complete fast without water. No problem. Have water. Prabhuji, have fruits. Prabhuji, fruit juice. प्रभुजी ठीक है सावधान है. थोड़ा स्वीट भी चाहिए ना. बगर का खिचड़ी, तो सैलेड ठीक है. ग्राउंडनट सैलेड के नाम ठीक है नहीं. प्रभुजी नहीं हो रहा है. प्रभुजी ठीक है. कुटू 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 सीड सीमेंट.
Yes, yes.
उसका डोसा भी बनता है. अच्छा, तो डोसा भी खा लिया एकादशी के नाम पे. Now what is all these things doing is all these things don't retain water in your body. As soon as you eat bagar, immediately the water in bagar will go to your kidneys and you'll urinate. So today, Ekadashi, there will not be any, you should not allow any water to stay in your body, which will help your health to improve. Your eyes will increase. And there are many other things. Scientists have found out, they got a Nobel Prize also recently. They found out after a lot of scientific research, they found out that after 15 days you should fast. And the Nobel goes to, अरे पागल, हमारे यहाँ, not 5,000, millions of years we have Ekadashi. Every 15 days fast, right? But we never got any Nobel Prize. We don't care for a Nobel Prize also, right? So there is a big science behind it. If you fast once in 15 days, you will never get cancer. There is no question of cancer. If you follow Ekadashi, follow it diligently. Complete fast, if you can do, right? For complete fast, you can't eat double previous day. If you eat double previous day, then you need water to digest that food. So early morning you'll feel more thirsty, right? So we do Nirjal. So that is the reason one Ekadashi in a year we try to do Nirjal. It's called Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. उस दिन भीमसेन का बहुत बड़ा रोल है. Because Bhima cannot do Ekadashi. Bhima says, I can't do fasting. How can I do fasting? I'm born to feast. not fast. So Kunti knows that. He say, "ये क्या fasting करेगा? इससे नहीं होगा fasting." So he tells Krishna that Krishna, I can't follow Ekadashi. Krishna, hey, once in 15 days? No, Krishna, I'm talking about it. Mine is Pitta body. Pitta body. If you have Ayurvedic, if you know what your body is, your Pitta body, never fast. It's not good for you. So then Krishna says, okay, you can't fast on Ekadashi. You can do a thing. One Ekadashi in whole year, can you fast? Then a lot of reluctance, Bhima says, okay. And that Ekadashi is called Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. And if you can't do Ekadashis throughout the year, all, how many? 26 odd Ekadashis, you can do full fast on that Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. That's equal to doing all the Ekadashis from a spiritual perspective.
When does that fall?
अभी आएगा बहुत eager है Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi, you can't see a single ISKCON devotee outside. Everybody will sit in their AC rooms. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. पसीना भी नहीं आना. पसीना है तो क्या सकता? So people try to do many things. Yeah. We chant 108 rounds that day. Sometimes we just sit like this hall. We sit. कोई किसी बात नहीं. No lecture, no kirtan. So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. एक खींच दिया, फिर Hare Krishna, एक बार खींच दिया. पूरा 16 बार खींच दिया. 16 बार खींचने के बाद एक बार होता है. So you see this. She is like, oh, she died in a different way. Normally you also have another 4 here, right? So 16 बार करने के बाद उसमें से एक ऊपर खींचते हैं, तो एक हो गया. तो फिर 16 करने के बाद फिर एक और खींचते हैं. तो 4 बार खींचे तो कितना हुआ? 64 हुआ. फिर पूरा नीचे खींच के फिर 64 किया तो कितना हुआ? 128. Okay? We do 128 rounds also that day. पूरा दिन chanting. There is no discussion. So that way easily you can finish your Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. Next day morning you can get up without drinking water. But Prabhu, nahi hoga, koi problem nahi. And by the way, children below 5 and people above 80 no need to do Ekadashi. You already crossed. So अभी कुछ करके भी फायदा नहीं है. मतलब तो करना चाहिए लेकिन not this kind of Ekadashi. Not this kind of Ekadashi. Pandav Nirjal and all should not be done. Health is very important. Any questions on Ekadashi? And we use Senda Namak. You know what is Senda Namak? Yeah. I would suggest get only Senda Namak for your house. Don't take that iodized salt or whatever salt. In my house, last 15 years, we never ate normal salt. It's only Senda Namak. And that is good for your health also. You get it in good quantity and don't buy here. Ratandeep makes a fortune out of it. You know, this much packet will charge like 30 rupees or something. No. If you go and buy in bulk, you know, like whole, like one bag of Senda Namak, small bag, you get it for reasonable price. In Begum Bazaar, you can go and buy. Wholesale or Balaji supermarket or D-Mart sometimes may be having. Senda Namak is very good for health also. It's a fasting salt. So on Ekadashi, we should never use normal salt. It should use fasting salt. Instead, just have fasting salt only. It's good for your health. Okay?
Even that rock salt, that Kala Namak, that is also good.
Rock salt. It's rock salt basically. Even in a Goshala, if you come, we keep that Senda Namak, you know, like rocks of Senda Namak in front of cows. They go and lick whenever they want. They lick how much they want. It's very good for health. Okay. Which class we did? 19. Dvaya pavityor idam antaram hi vyaptam tvayakena dishascha sarva दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रतवेदं लोकात्रयं प्रव्यतीतं महात्मन् लोकात्रयं प्रव्यतीतं महात्मन् Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. See, everybody is scared. Krishna, kya dikha rahe ho tum? Everybody will be scared to see what you're showing. Amihitvam sura sangha visanti kechit bhita prana jalayo grananti swastiti uktva maharshi siddha sangha स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः. All the hosts of the demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. So he's saying, see, everybody is worshipping you when they are looking at that form of yours. The form itself is showing how everybody, all the devatas are worshipping him. Mukkoti devatas, you say, right? All the devatas are worshipping him. All the great sages are chanting mantras while that form is not in front of Arjuna. In that form itself, Krishna is showing that they are also part of me. Everybody is part of me. Rudra Ditya Vasavo Ye Cha Sadhya Vishve Stinau Marutas Choma Kosma Pascha Vishve Svinau Marutas Koma Pascha Gandharva Yakshasura Siddha Sangha Vikshante Tvam Vismatitas Chaiva Sarve. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Satyas, the Vishwadevas, the two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, and Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. Everybody is shocked looking at him. Right? All of them, Rudras, right? Manifestations, various manifestations of Lord Shiva, many Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas. We don't even know many of them who they are, right? Because we're very exposed to only few people, Americans, Indians, like that. But all these are great levels of devatas, Gandharvas, right? Rupam Mahate Bahuvakra Netram Mahabaho Bahurupadam Bahudram Bahu Dhamstra Karalam Dristva Loka Pravyati Sthas Tathaham. O mighty armed one, with their demigods, are disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I. डर गया मतलब. What is this? Where you are seeing birth, maintenance, and death all happening at the same time. And not only this body, unlimited bodies in the past, unlimited bodies in the future. It's inconceivable. You don't know what you're seeing. You're completely disturbed the whole way things are functioning. Nabhas spasarsam diptam aneka varnam vyaktananam dipta vishala netram दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रवयाति तान्तर आत्मा दृष्ट्वा हि त्वां प्रवयाति तान्तर आत्मा दृष्टिं न विद्नामि समं च विष्णु. O all pervading Vishnu, seeing you and your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. It's a different form of Krishna is seeing. Till now, Krishna is like, the chariot driver is sitting in the front, is like a friend sleeping on the same bed. We are joking, and suddenly this person is showing the entire universe functioning out of him. What is going on? Right? You're completely confused, perturbed, you're completely fearful. Dhamstra karalani chate mukhani दृष्ट्वैव कालानल सन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्मा प्रसीद देवश जगन्निवास. O Lord of the Lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance. Seeing thus your blazing, death-like faces and awful teeth in all directions, I am bewildered. So it's not able to hold it. Amichatvam tadrashtrasya putra सर्वे सही वानिपाल संगई भीष्मो द्रोणसूत पुत्रस्तथाशौ सहास्मदीयैरपि योद्धमुख्यै वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमान विशन्ति धंस्त्र करालानि भयानकानि केचित् विलग्न दशनान्तरेषु सदृश्यन्ते चुरुन्तैर उत्तमा गति. सदृश्यन्ते चुनितैर उत्तमान गति उत्तमान धै. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their elite kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. Hare Krishna. Dangerous, right? I mean, like they're going into his mouth like one by one. But one funny thing is that, I mean, not funny thing. One of the things to understand here is all the names he's taking except Pandavas. Right? All the names that are uttered here, everybody is gone. So he's telling that I've already killed them. Indirectly, Krishna is telling, Are Bhaiya, they're already dead. Even before the war has started, by the way, they're already dead. You just have to fulfill the formality. You be the person to shoot the arrow, but they're already killed. They're already gone within me. Right? Yatha nadinam bahavo ambuveda samudram evabhimukha dravanti तथा तवयामि नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राणि विवलन्ति अभिविज्वलन्ति. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouth. As all the rivers are going to the ocean, everybody is. So all of us have to go to his mouth. Are you ready? Mouth of death. When it opens, we all have to go. Haribol. Yatha pradiptam ज्वलनं पतंगा विशन्ति नाशस्य स्मृद्धा वेगा तथैव नाश्यय विशन्ति लोकाः तवापि वक्त्राणि समृद्ध वेगा. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. When moths go and hit the blazing fire and die, I'm seeing all of them entering into your mouth. All of them are rushing. Have you seen this scene anywhere? Everybody rushing. Come to Gachibowli Chaurasta in the morning. Everybody rushing into all companies. Amazon, Microsoft, this, that, Infosys, Wipro. What is this? Mouth of death only. There's nothing inside. There's no meaning to that life. You don't know why you're born also. You're just rushing. Everybody's in a rush. You ask them, Prabhu, can you come and read Bhagavad Gita? What is it? I'm in rush. I have to rush. Then you can read this. Here also you're rushing into the mouth of the Supreme Lord. Now Krishna is going to speak. So he told, I'm scared of all this. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kalosmi Loka Kashyakrit Prabuddho. Oh, sorry. I missed the 30th. I also rushed. Leli Hasye Grashamna Samatal. Leli Hasye Grasham Mana Samantal Lokan Samagran Vadanair Jwaladbhi Tejovir Apurya Jagat Samagram Bhashas Tavogra Pratapanti Vishnu. Pratapanti Vishnu. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. Hare Krishna. आख्या ही मे को भवानुग्र रूपो नमोस्तुते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुम् इच्छामि भवतम् आद्यम् नहीं प्रज्ञानामि तव पवित्रिम प्रवृत्तिम नहीं प्रज्ञानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम. Now he's going to ask a question. After seeing all this, what question comes to your mind? Somebody sees all this. Why are you showing me all this? What is the purpose? Why are you like this? What is the purpose of you entering this world? I know you are the greatest God. आए क्यों? ये क्यों दिखा रहे हो मुझे? ये क्या हो रहा है? That is the question he asked. Oh Lord of the Lords. Oh fierce of forms. Please tell me. Who are you? I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primeval Lord. I want to know about you. For I do not know what your mission is. Your mission. What is your mission? I know you're God. Everything is coming from. Why did you enter? What is your mission? Like that is going to ask. So we'll stop it here. I think it's already late. So now Krishna is going to speak some very important instructions to Arjuna, and finally Arjuna will glorify him and conclude that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So much proof is needed to prove anybody as God. So any questions? No? Somebody wanted to sing Nursing Arti? Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashi Purvashaha Shilatankana Kalare Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimho Bahir Narsimho Hidaye Narsimho Narasimham Sharanam Prabhate Bhattara Kamala Vade Nakam Adhuta Shingam Garita Hiranyakashipu Anubindha Keshavadruta Sarahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Avakara Kamala Vade Nakam Adhuta Shingam Garita Hiranyakashipu Keshavadruta Sarahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai सिंह देव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। Hare Krishna. So there used to be this brahmachari, his name is Yugal Kishore Prabhu, and I mean every sadhu has a past. So he was a IT engineer in Singapore. He was working in Singapore, and then he moved to US, and then he got introduced to Krishna consciousness, and he dedicated his life. He did not get married then by then, so he became a brahmachari. I'm talking 20 years ago. So since then, he has been preaching in America in different cities, and I was also preached by him, right? So I'm also a product of his mercy. So he came to our house and he preached. He preached my Siksha Guru, and he's my Siksha Guru. So he's traveling and he's come to Hyderabad, and he's in Hyderabad now, and many programs we're doing with him. His name is Yugal Kishore Prabhu, wonderful speaker. If you hear him, he'll so in simple words explain the most complex topics. And he's written a series of books on management of time, stress, and fear, and anger. So this beautiful small set, this big books even children can read, and some notes. You can also have some practical problem solving also you can do at the end, like exercise. And he's packaged them into one set, which is around 650 rupees. So he's signing it and giving it also. And recently, yesterday we had a program in my avatar. As you are speaking, it is happening in Aparna community in Chandanagar. And it is happening one by one. So today evening he is doing it in Bhakti Center, right? And he's going to speak some very nice devotional topic also. So I humbly request everyone, today is Ekadashi. Ekadashi is a day we should spend more time on God, right? Once in 15 days, it's like a checkpoint. You should spend, I know you had a long class morning, Prabhu, a core class. Chalega na? Once in a while it happens. So please come evening to Bhakti Center and hear from him, and take your set of books and get it signed by him and read it. It's very, very useful. You can also present it to your colleagues, your friends. We often think, what should I buy for a birthday? I think something people may not, sometimes objectionable to take a Bhagavad Gita, but something like this is very simple. Like a 3-pack small book with anger management. It's called lifestyle management. Managing your lifestyle. So you can take it, right? So he'll be available to sign it for you also. So today at 5 o'clock in Bhakti Center. How many of you know where is Bhakti Center? You all know it. It's not too far from here. Somebody who doesn't know, please tag along with somebody who knows. Or you can go to Google and write Bhakti Center Gachibowli, and it'll directly bring you there, right? Bhakti Center Gachibowli. So please come and attend this wonderful festival. And on 26th of January, amazingly, glorious and a very senior Vaishnava is coming. His name is His Holiness Indradumya Swami Maharaj. Right, so he's a very, very famous sannyasi around the world. He does festivals in Europe, and he has attracted many, many Europeans to bhakti. Right, and he himself was a soldier in life. He was a part of U.S. Army, or one of the armies he was, and he fought with his other country, like enemies, he fought with other country. Surprisingly, when he became a sannyasi, the major with whom he fought on the other side of the battlefield became his disciple. So he's very. If you go to YouTube Woodstock festivals, right, or Indrajuna Swami festivals, you'll be amazed to see the kind of festivals he conducts. Thousands of people, Europeans, Americans, Chinese, they all come, they attend, and they become devotees, right? With his kirtan and with his radiance, his talks, he's very, very, he's known for his festivals, big festivals, massive festivals, and where they cook for like 10,000 people every meal, right? So we do all that. So he's coming here on 26th into Bhakti Center. 26th is a holiday anyways, right? It's a Republic Day, right? So we can, on this nice day, we can have a darshan of a great Vaishnava and we can take his darshan. So 26th also block your calendar, right? And there is Madhusudan Vishnu Prabhu, a young brahmachari, radiant like a Vishnu Duta. He is also coming. I will let you know. I think on 21st or something. And he will come to the Bhakti Center again. So Bhakti Center is also a place where you can enhance your Bhakti. See, what we are doing here is a preliminary session. But you should understand at certain point, once I finish Bhagavad Gita, you all will not be allowed in the morning class. You all have to come to the Bhakti Center. So from now itself, start getting used to the Sunday evenings. I have to come to a place because next batch will be newcomers again. New people like all of you, right? They all will come here and will start again a new batch of SSR and again a batch of Bhagavad Gita and they'll continue and then the new batch. So we're always eager to introduce as many people as possible to Bhakti. And in the last, I think 10 odd years I'm here, at least this might be like the 9th batch or 8th batch, something like that. I'm stop counting now. So we do it every year depending on how long it goes. Okay? So this time I'm going work with a little slow and fast both together. I want to finish one full time along with all of you. So we'll be finishing it off. Just a matter of maybe another 2-3 months will be done. Then you should get used to getting into that. And there will be many festivals you'll be introduced to. Bhakti is not just philosophy. Many festivals. We're not celebrating those festivals in this satsang. But when you come to the evening satsang, you'll also celebrate festivals like Govardhan Puja, Sharad Purnima, right? Many. Deepavali, right? Ram Vijay Utsav, Ram Navami, Jagannath Rath Yatra, right? These are all festivals. You will see more festivals coming into your life, right? Because the morning session, we just take the class and we go. So today we will not sing the whole Prashada mantra. Normal whole Prashada mantra is what? Mahaprashade Govinde, Nama Brahmani Vaishnave, Svalpa Punya Vritam Rajan. We sing the whole prayer. But today we are not eating Anna. Right? What Anna is a word used for grains. So only we sing is Mahaprashade Govinde, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Gaurmita Radha Gopi Vallabh Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Ramani Srila Prabhupada Prashadam Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So please, yes. Yes, very important. On 22nd, you know that Lord Ram is being coronated back in Ayodhya. The whole planet is going to go under Ayodhya Ram Rajya. Right? It's a very big day for all of us. Very big day. Heartfully. You know, if I read the stories of people in Ayodhya, it brings tears to the eyes. You know, there are people who have not eaten grain for 5 generations until Ram was coronated. There are people who have not worn shoes for 500 years. There are people who have never worn any hat on their head for 500 years. There's so many vows, you know, people have taken until Ram is coronated, and finally Ram is being coronated in Ayodhya. On that day, what we are going to do here in this community is we're going to have Ram Katha in the evening, Telugu separate batch, English separate batch. Telugu in this hall, English in that hall. English I'll be taking, Telugu, one other Prabhuji I'll be inviting him, he will be speaking in Telugu. Before that, we will have a cow and we'll bring a small rath. You remember that small rath of Jagannath Rath Yatra, children rath? That rath we'll bring here, and in that we'll give Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Hanuman, and we'll do circumambulation of the entire community. That Lord Ram has appeared back into his rightful place. And after that, we all will come here, and then we will do the class, bhajan, and we'll have prasad. And I request some of you to sponsor some part of the prasad. You can give it to Chakrapani Prabhu. Right, we are looking at total of around 50,000 sponsorship. I'm also going to ask everybody in the community. But what can be a better day to gift Lord Ram in his name, distribute prasad, right? So please heartfully come forward, and you can give it in cash also next week. You know, maybe Prabhuji is there. One of you can collect it and give it to Chakrapani Prabhu, and we will Why to go and beg somebody that give something for Ram when his devotees are already there to give everything, right? You can please Hanumanji and by serving Lord Ram. Hare Krishna. That is it.
Akshat has also come, is coming also. I think it has already reached Hyderabad. Any plans for distribution of that Akshat?
Yes, we should do that. When will it come to this community?
Actually, it has already reached Hyderabad.
Yesterday they distributed in Avatar.
It has already reached. Actually, what they have done is
It happened in Viagra. So can you find out who did it? Because we also can do it in.
Hey, one minute. I've found out actually all the Akshat came to that main Hanuman temple is there now. What is that big Hanuman temple is there? Which is that called? Karman Ghat. Yeah, Karman Ghat. All the Akshat came to Karman Ghat, and from there it is distributed all over Hyderabad. For our place, it is some Hanuman Mandir is there around from our place. It is around 2 kilometers. And there is a special procedure for that. Yesterday only I spoke to somebody. There is a very special procedure actually, very strict procedure is there. You have to wear traditional clothes and you have to take one kalash. That kalash, yes, you have to go there in a group of around 5 people have to go there. One will be the pradhan in that and he will carry on his head and they will give that akshar. Some puja will be performed in that Hanuman temple and then we can go around our community. They said you can do some kirtan,
Yes.
some dancing or something you can do around your this thing. And then you have to go to every house. When I asked, can we organize this Akshat distribution in one place and everybody comes in? So it is preferably you have to go all around and all the house you can have a Google sheet, take the permission who all are interested. Then in a group we have to go. We have to give that Akshat. That Akshat has to be kept in your own house in some temple or something, any religious place. You have to put that, and on that 22nd day, you have to put it on your head again.
Yes.
And then that little bit Akshat they will give you. You can add some more Akshat.
More rice into that and mix it.
Mix it. That becomes that prasad.
Correct.
And every holy thing or any birthday, anything, you can just put it on your head.
See, two things we can do. Okay, one is, if I may request, Rao Garu and some of you can go and get that if it's possible during the week, and whatever the procedure it is, just get it here, and we can do that circumambulation one day before or 2 days before or next Sunday, like after this program, we can just go do that circumambulation and I'll send a message in the whole community for them to come and join and take that to their houses, right? Or second, we can take that whole thing and on the 22nd itself when we are doing the circumambulation, we can ask everybody to come and join here and we can put that Akshantalu on everybody, we can do that on 22nd itself. Both the ways we can do, but I may request, if आप सभी में कोई initiative ले सकते हैं, you can go and get it here at least. यहाँ पे ला लीजिए पहले, बात कीजिए, अगर मुझे आना पड़ेगा मुझे फोन कीजिए मैं आ जाऊँ. I'm a little bit सेवा this week actually.
जो vessel चाहिए that should be either of copper or bronze.
नहीं स्टील का भी लेके गए.
स्टील का वो मना कर रहे हैं.
अच्छा.
मैं सोचा था
ठीक है, ब्रॉन्ज का एक छोटा भी ले लीजिए. We only need to get little, and we can mix it here with much more and make it. So you can take one bronze. ये पूजा स्टोर में मिल जाता है ब्रॉन्ज का. 100 रुपीस 200 रुपीस मिलता है. वही लेके एक बार ट्राई कीजिए, आप मालूम कीजिए, बात कीजिए, and then you can plan. You should do that. It's happening all over. So the blessings of Lord Ram from Ayodhya is coming all the way to your doorstep. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.